Howdy and aloha. Howdy and aloha, everybody. This is James with Monotalk. You can call me Jimmy, Jimbo, whatever. I don't care. It is September 22nd, 2023. And I'm going to give you three important words that probably should have happened a couple years ago. Shut it down. Shut it down. Literally, shut it all down. Stop all of it. This current governmental entity within the United States of America is completely compromised. I'm not saying all the Republicans. I'm not saying all the Republicans. But I would guarantee that most or all of the Democrats are on board with the World Economic Forum and their hideous, tyrannical, authoritarian, fascist, bigoted, just dystopian agendas. They're with them. It's very obvious. And the more we let this participation happen, the more we allow these people to continue to write blank checks to a country that has been proven over and over and over again, and I'm talking about Ukraine, is a wing or a redheaded stepchild, in a sense. Sorry for that. My mom's a redhead. Or the just another root or branch of the Third Reich / Hitler / all that crap. They are the Nazis. They were proven to be the Nazis. That's all the mainstream media talked about, was that they're full Nazis back in before 2015, 16 and on. And then all of a sudden, they become a place where we're sending money to a war we know they alone will never win, or a war that nobody will win, a war that is ridiculous and stupid. Now, this has happened many times. If you look up Charlie Wilson's War with Tom Hanks and Julia Roberts, just look that up, and I'll kind of give you the story on that. So Charlie Wilson was a senator. He was known as a schmoozer, just a perv, whatever. And he's a Democrat, and he was trying to get reelected, and he needed to be seen as somebody that actually cared about something, or somebody that actually did something for somebody, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. To get his poll numbers up so he can be reelected. So they started this campaign with, I believe it was either Afghanistan, anyway, with a group of militants in the Middle East that were fighting against Russia, and they were getting demolished by Russia. So what he decided to do is get a campaign together to raise money, to create a bill to get surface-to-air missiles. I forgot the name of the stupid Sidewinder, or it'll come to me. Anyway, these surface-to-air missiles, just in the thousands, out to these people that were being bombarded. And he did it, and everybody was in jubilation, and he got reelected. And then, after all that marketing, advertising, branding, narratives through the mainstream media, as you've seen for a while now, now Charlie Wilson, this is back in the 80s, I believe. Right, the 80s, late 80s, maybe early 90s. He freaking as soon as he got his win, as soon as he was done using these people to gain favor to get reelected, which is basically what he did, he ditched them. He said, okay, I'm done. So while these people were being, after they had their reign of supposed victories, which really weren't, the media was pulled, everything was pulled, and you just didn't hear about these people. But what happened to them is this group of militia in the Middle East got bombarded. They were destroyed, just severely, and they lost in every possible way. You know, once we stopped funding them, or that money ran out of those missiles, the surface-to-air missiles were done. That's it. That's all we gave. It was done. It was over. And they got pretty fucked up. Thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands were killed. It's terrible. You know. So the leader was pissed over there in the Middle East of that militia. And he said, that's fucked up. You know, as soon as you get your election and you're back in, you know, and all this other shit, you just leave us, kick us to the curb. That's it. Yeah, that was it. And the guy that was pissed off about that set up these deals, that was working hand in hand with us, the United States, to get these surface-to-air missiles, was none other than Osama bin Laden. Look it up. Look all this up. And we created a monster, right? By the way, a lot of that money that went out there went to him. He not only built, the money that was sent to help his cause was cash, as well as there were, you know, because cash is king. It should still be king, by the way. But it also, he regathered, and I believe he created the fucking Al Qaeda, or is it Taliban? I always get those confused. But anyway, I think it was the Al Qaeda. And but the problem is obviously he swore to get back at us, because as we just left him in the dirt, kicked him to the curb, used and abused him. So this guy came back, and they used him as a way to do that. Coincidentally, in the Navy, I was on the same ship supposedly Osama bin Laden was on, that they sent out to sea in a burial, which is really odd, knowing that you'd like to see physical and proof and all this other stuff that it was actually him. So we don't really know, right? When you get rid of the corpse, or somebody could actually do an autopsy and actually find out and check everything, records or whatever. They said they did that, but we don't fucking know. Anyway, so this, from what I'm seeing now, is we're seeing the same thing, but it's a little different, because what the Ukraine is, and what many people don't realize, and even Scott Ritter, for some reason, doesn't kind of get this, even though he does. He understands the money laundering factor, but he keeps saying it's going to escalate, it's going to escalate. It's not going to fucking escalate. If anything's going to happen, they're going to have a red flag. It's going to be bullshit, and he needs to understand. He needs to say that. Russia is not as dumb as people think they are. Russia is not as stupid as people think they are. China is not as stupid and as dumb as people think they are. We are that stupid. We have created wars. We've created coups. We've created, we've instigated and orchestrated wars just to fill the pockets of the elite, or the Pedo Predator Class, I call them, aka World Economic Forum and their associates. But NATO is being built. People don't get that. There's troops, their sources, their military industrial complexes are being built by our money. The administration says it's like 70 something billion. Reports say that it's 150 billion. Trump's saying it's 200 billion. And now I'm beginning to believe it's Trump's, because however you redirect, anytime there's a bill that's passed, which people have no idea, because it's hard to read a lot of these. I love what Matt Gaetz is doing. Single issue bills, single issue, a vote on each one as it comes, not fill it full of pork, fill it full of fat, fill it full of bullshit, which Byron Donald still fucking wants to do. That God, that fucker turned into a rhino, man. They got to him. Sad. It's sad. There's only a few people out there left that are doing it, and you can't. It's just you don't know which one's going to fold and which one's going to not fold, and it kind of goes in different directions. But the whole entire fucking thing needs to be shut down. So right now we have people living in the streets. Beverly Hills is like shutting down left and right. That's not a good sign. There's tents everywhere. If you're in a blue state, excuse me, I pray for you. I hope that you guys will revolt. I hope you guys will understand that what you've since early, we've been fooled for a long time. Okay, this crazy crap has been happening for a long time. But they went into warp speed. It went on steroids. Afterburners went on in early 2020 with Fluven and their Kool-Aid. And everybody bought it. Once again, everybody just fucking went in, hook, line, and sinker. The thing for me that stopped me, because I was there, I was like, oh shit, I was wearing a mask and everything. And then all of a sudden I'm going, let me see. My wife was working at a fast food restaurant. They didn't have any personal protective equipment. Each transaction, they can't wash their hands. There's no fucking way. And they're using a credit card or money to exchange the transactions for fast food. And I looked up how many fast food aisles there were. Aisles. How many fast food locations there are, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Hardee's, Carl's Jr., West Coast Taco Bell, whatever. There's like 260,000 locations of these fast food restaurants throughout the United States, and none of them shut down. Not for a second. They were fucking open. As a matter of fact, CD at the time, my ex-wife, she was being told to go in even if she was sick, and manage, and everybody. I don't care if you're sick, go in there and work, because nobody was getting food anywhere else. Walmart was stupid. Walmart decided to, instead of increasing the hours, giving people more space and more time to go in, they reduced the hours, which brought people in like a funnel. That's just one of the redundant and idiotic hypocrisies and stupid decisions that were made that weren't stupid decisions. Do you see? They weren't stupid decisions. They weren't mistakes. Nothing was a coincidence. It was all planned. It was all planned. And sadly, most of you bought it. Now, in regards to back to Ukraine, that's what's happening. People are buying that left. They just did a fucking, they're buying it left or right, They just did a movie. Sean Penn just did a fucking, just did a movie. This is what's really odd. Sean Penn does a movie called Superpower. It's like a documentary movie. It's just so stupid. And Zelensky's in it, and Sean Penn's in it, and whatever other crisis actors are in it, who fucking knows, right? And it's all for you to keep believing this baloney. I mean, they made a movie immediately about 9/11. They make movies before about these things. I mean, for fuck, have you ever seen the movie Contagion? That was like the warning of what the scam was coming. You know, they had all these pandemic movies that came out prior to 2020. You know, they've been coming out for a long time. You have all these alien movies that have been coming out forever. Did you see Mexico's paper mache aliens? Literally, these fucking things look like they were made out from like a 7-year-old in the paper mache class. Literally, that's what it looks like. And they're brought in sheets in these really nice boxes, silk sheets, right? Not in like some kind of containment unit. They're like exposed to everything. This is what they're showing people. It's fucking amazing. It's just fucking amazing. And they look like E.T. Phone Home. And people bought that. I've still seen this on fucking TikTok. I'm seeing on Facebook. I'm seeing on fucking Twitter. I'd say the majority of the planet is going, do you think we're fucking stupid? You know, there's your distraction. While the World Economic Forum, which is just a metaphor, people, and their associates, which isn't a metaphor, which is basically it. Everybody that's connected to the World Economic Forum is following this agenda. This dystopian, tyrannical concentration camp agenda. The government right now does not deserve a fucking single penny of our dollars to continue these agendas. Stop it now. If the Republicans have any clarity or courage, they'll just hold the line and let it shut down. That's what that would be the point of this. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way. Next few days, few weeks, few months, whatever. You know, I'll fucking make dinner for my police officer friends or the firefighters. I'll take money to them. That's because cash is still king, right? Fuck that central bank digital currency crap. But we'll figure it out. I guarantee you the red states will be fine. The blue states will go fucking upside down. You shut the government down, the blue states will implode within days, maybe even weeks. But I know that there's people out in Missouri, there's people out in West Virginia, there's people out in fucking Texas, there's people out in fucking North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Florida. They'll take care of themselves. They're independent. That's the fucking kind of state you want to be in. When you have a state that is completely reliant or dependent on their pimps, right? They're whores to the federal government. If the federal government goes down, they're fucked. A red state, most of it is ran through the state, meaning which is the way it's supposed to be. We are not a fucking democracy. If I keep hearing that fucking word, save our democracy, no, we're a republic. And the Constitution and everything, we're the to the republic for which it stands. One nation under God, indivisible with justice for all. Yeah, I'm a nationalist. I'm a patriot. Right? I believe in the people of this country, not in the government of this country. Okay, I allow the government to do what it does. That's what a republic does. We don't depend on the government. We allow them to do the things that we need them to do, and it's gone ass backwards, especially with the Democrats. Okay, and I'm not saying the people, the base, and all they're all a bunch of fucking Democrats, or because there are some God-fearing, church-going Democrats out there, and bless you, but for God's sakes, stop taking that fucking Kool-Aid. How many fucking boosters do you think you need? Right? That's just crazy. I don't know what your physical condition is now. I don't know how your health has it improved or got worse. Check your records in the past 10 years, 20 whatever years, and see how your overall health has been since you've gotten your, quote unquote boosters. Check and see. I would almost definitely guarantee that it's probably gotten a little worse. For many of you, a lot worse. Ever since you've been taking that shit. I just check your records. We know all about that. The genocidal bioweapon that they created. Because I've said, I'm not fucking around, because that's where they're at, people. Where they are at, and I'm not talking about your government. I'm not talking about world governments. I'm talking about a selective few of people that have so much fucking money, that you would not believe. It's not even it's not the money, it's the assets, the power, the influence, the resources. These people are able to dig thousands of feet into the ground and make at least a 5 to 10 acre, probably more like 100 acre hotel for themselves with a fucking wave theme park. That's how rich these fuckers are, which I'm sure they've done. There's been all kinds of shit talked about that. But it's these fucking people. They're going to kill 2/3 of the planet and hoard the rest for themselves. That's it. That's it. And the more we keep this current administration open and available to gain more money and write blank checks, we're at $33 fucking trillion in debt. To who? To fucking who? Who are we supposed to pay off $33 fucking trillion to? God? You don't take money, right? God takes deeds and actions. That's what he takes. Deeds and actions. And if your deeds and actions aren't helping your fellow humans, then he ain't taking your money. That's for damn sure. This is fucking crazy. The border is about to let in almost 10 million people. 10 million people in a matter of about 3 years. The average amount of people that have been coming in and out or going through the southern border or through the border over the past few decades, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 decades, is about 600,000 per year. 600,000. It increased. It went up to about 800,000 for a little bit in 2016, 17. Went down again towards 19 when Trump was in office. They were really, batten down the hatches, which I think was a good idea. If it gets out of control, you've got to kind of control this shit. That's all. And I'm okay with workers coming in working for the farmers. I'm not. But when you have, in the past 3 years, if it gets to 4 years, it's going to be over 10 million people. That's that's fucking about 3 million people plus per year. Just crazy. It's crazy. 10 to 15% of those people, we have no idea who they're with, what they're for, what they're doing, where they're going. Unaccounted for. I would say this is an invasion. It's a planned invasion. And the thing that people need to be concerned about, and I had a quick message with Pasta Giardardi, or Pasta from Combo Couch. He's been on Jimmy Doing. He doesn't like this guy who was reporting down at the border when the border was starting to get fucked up. But Pasta kind of didn't respond when I said, well, what about the people that are unaccounted for? Right? So now I could say, 1.5 million people, we don't know where they're at, what they're doing, and what their objectives are in this country. That's a lot of fucking people. Now, if you gave all those people, or they found a way to find a gun, or some kind of explosive, or some kind of chemical, or something that could hurt people, that's an issue. And the reason why I say that is because, come on, buddy, Pasta, bro, you know this. We haven't made real friends across this planet in a long fucking time. We bully our way with our sanctions, right? We bully our way with our military. We bully our way. There are so many countries out there that wants a fucking piece of us. You have no idea. You have no idea. If you want to drop that wall, if you want there to be a sidewalk that goes in and out, everybody all over the place, which would be wonderful for the planet at some point, where we can all move freely, completely freely, not in smart cities or smart Maui fucking islands. That would be great. But right now there's a distrust. And there are, at least, I would say, in the 8 billion people that are on this planet, I would definitely say at least a third of them hate us. Hate us. Know that we've been bullies. Know that we're dangerous. That we've killed millions. The records clearly state from the day of our birth of this nation to this very day, we have either domestically or nationally killed 20 plus million people, domestically or nationally. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of pissed off moms and dads. That's a lot of pissed off brothers and sisters. A lot of people can forgive, but they can't forget. Shut it down. Shut it fucking down. This current government that is existing now, the House doesn't have enough power. The Senate's compromised by Democrats and a bunch of fucking rhinos, right? We even have rhinos, right? Republicats, they call them. I call them Ripiglicans, that just want to keep funding Ukraine. The biggest money laundering scam of the world. Well, not the biggest. 9/11 was pretty big. And pretty much every fucking war is a scam. Every fucking war is a scam. This Fluvid-19 Kool-Aid in your arm crap was a scam. It's all a fucking scam. If you haven't figured that out yet, then keep watching CNN, keep watching MSNBC, and part of Fox, because they're all over the fucking place. Keep reading New York Times, LA Times, Associated Press, Reuters, PBS, especially. No, that fucking that network is just gone super south. Once it was compromised, I think the coach took it over, and then they just sold it off. And it's under the control of the World Economic Forum associates, right? The World Economic Forum is a dangerous place. It's a dangerous entity. It's actually, it paints its picture of this giant, wonderful, beautiful rainbow. And that's like their big slogan is we're just a big rainbow, right? But it's the total opposite. Their actual color should be dark gray to black. They're just a hideous fog of darkness and deceit. These people, they're just so good at it at getting people to fucking take the psyop bait. Okay, you're the fish, the psyop is the worm. That's the way it works. And most of you get hooked. But we need to shut it down. We need to shut it down. I don't want Garland fucking running shit. I don't want Ray running shit. I don't want fucking Mayorkas running a fucking thing. I don't want this democratic, crazy lunacy, woke culture bullshit nutcase to have a single fucking penny of my tax dollars to do anything. And I guarantee you, I want you to remember this, whoever's paying attention. I guarantee you that even if the Republicans shut it down, even if they actually have the clarity and courage, the spine, right, to do that, to just shut this fucking fucked up machine down, they'll find a way. They'll fucking find a way to do whatever. You'll be surprised how all of a sudden money will come out of nowhere and go someplace. They'll make a loan. Right. Mark my words. Mark my words. If the Republicans actually have, and McCarthy does, he's a Bohemian Grove sick fuck. And he's already broken the pact that they had to be House Speaker many times, and nobody's holding him to it except for Gates and a few other. Mouth's getting dry. Yeah, it's shut it down. Shut it down. I don't want these people making any more decisions for my country and for the people that I associate with, live with, family, friends, neighbors, my community, anything. I don't want them to have anything. This government I want shut down. And if the Republicans in the House actually had a spine, courage, some clarity, some actual willpower, they would just let it go. Say, fuck it. You want to keep giving money to a fucking bunch of Nazis? We don't. See ya. Let it go. Go figure it out. The red states will figure it out. The blue states will be fucked up. I know that Josh Hawley and Eric Schmidt over here, and I think it's Mike Parsons is the governor. They'll figure it out. They'll find a way to make it work. Whether it's a week, couple weeks, a few months. I think we should shut it down all the way until fucking election day. I don't want these people having any more power and any more resources. That should be the case. I think this is where the mindset should be for this, for everybody. We'll figure it out. Shut it fucking down. This is craziness. What we're seeing right now, you put the perfect puppet, the who sucks at, he's just a terrible puppet, right? Obama was the greatest puppet. This guy's just a shitty puppet, but he doesn't know what the fuck. The only thing he knows about is his pedophilia and his pedophilia. That's all he fucking knows about it. And a little bit of money here and there for this and that. His deals with Hunter and Burisma, China, whatever. Russia, all. It's just, that's just stupid. No, shut it down. Shut it the fuck down. Let's see if anybody's messaging. Bertrand, while mom and pop shops were forced to close. Yeah, yeah. In 2020, Walmart was still open, but you couldn't go to the corner store. What's cool is there was a corner store in West Virginia off of God, I forgot the name of the street already. Little corner store stayed open. And I go, you guys are still open. Yeah, we ain't shutting down. You know, they're not wearing masks or anything. It was fucking great. They didn't have to, right? You didn't have to. The thing is it has to become law to enforce it. Remember, right? So when these people say we're doing this and you need to do that, we mandate this and we mandate this, and we think you should do this and we recommend that. No, you don't. You can say fuck off, fuck you, you fucking fucks. That's what you can say. What is this? Oh God, approved for a platinum fucking credit card. Lovely. Jesus. That's a big no. Shut it down. Shut these people down. Shut this fucking freight train. Because this freight train, and I think this is a great analogy. This freight train and its conductor, which is Pedo Joe, he's the one, boo, boo, right? Driving this train. He knows what's at the end. He knows that the bridge has been blown up. He can see it. His goal is to implode, destroy, and dismantle the United States as much as possible. And here's why. We are the last stronghold of to fight against the New World Order, the Great Reset, Agenda 21, which is turned into Agenda 2030. They just keep moving it, changing the branding and all this other shit. But, moving the goalposts and all this other stuff. But their mission is still the same, right? Mass social control, world central banking, and mass depopulation. That's it. I've told you guys this a bazillion times. I figured this out early 2020, and now I'm on my 8th fucking YouTube channel. This is my 7th that I'm on now. My 8th is hopefully still running. I let that content go. But my Restream.io goes to my Facebook, should be up on Twitter, hopefully, and it goes to both of my YouTube channels. But I've been saying this for a long time. I've been talking about the Kool-Aid that they want everybody to take, how it worked. I've had many people on my show in the past. One time I had on my show, it was 48. I had 48 fucking people on my show because I couldn't have more than 50 at the time. So they were coming in and out. But they were all guests on my Zoom. And I had like 700 subscribers at the time. And I was doing really good. I was starting to grow. I was starting to put out the content that I believed was helpful. In my notes, it shows, hey, if you want to pitch in or send $1 or $2, if you can afford it. If you cannot afford it, do not send it. But it helps, keeps the lights on. Helps put gas in my tank. It helps me to eat better and to get on here and throw up 2 or 3 videos a week to kind of tell you guys what's really going on. But right now, fucking shut it down. Shut it fucking down. I don't want a deal. Right? We're hearing now that there's Republicans that want to go and be friends, and they use these fucking terms and side with and come together. No, fuck them. Fuck those fucking Democrats. Those all in with the World Economic Forum fucking and their fucking 2030 agenda bullshit. You don't want these people having any more money. And the sad part is I'm telling you, and it's really sad, is they're going to cave. They're going to cave. Zelensky's going to get another fucking bazillion dollars. It's going to go straight to NATO to build their fucking World Economic Forum watchdogs that are going to come around back at us and fucking take over our country. And just please remember I said that. But that's the goal, is I don't want to happen. So they need to shut it down. Shut it all fucking down. They don't deserve a single penny for what they have not provided. And I need to ask the Democrats, and I keep asking, but they won't answer. I go, since Obama was in office, what did he give you guys? Okay? He didn't give you fucking Medicare for all, full comprehensive Medicare for all. You didn't pay for your community college or your regular college. You didn't provide fucking assistance for daycare and all that other stuff, what they were talking about. You didn't stop the wars. Actually, he sent more bombs and killed more people in the past 10 years than anybody. He had the drone wars. He was Mr. Drone Man. That's who he was. I'm going to tell you. I got to tell you. I mean, the only thing that Obama did for anybody was the ACA, Obamacare. The Asshole Care Act, which turned into a big scam and nobody can still afford it. Have you seen what the premiums are? What it takes to get I haven't had anyway. No, they haven't done anything. And now they want to, people are on the streets. People can't afford to fucking get money. I mean, it's really bad, and they want to keep sending fucking billions of dollars to some fucking American Idol comedian that fully and absolutely, and it's been proven over and over again, unequivocally, is a big fan of fucking Sieg Heil, Hitler, and their Third Reich, and that authoritarian regime. But as I was saying in the beginning, Charlie Wilson's war was about posturing. It was about marketing. It was about advertising. It was about using and abusing another country or another group or another state or whatever to gain for their selfish needs. That's what Ukraine is. Sean Penn should be in jail. He knows what's going on. He's not stupid. He knows that a lot of this money just goes to, he's getting paid big dollar to fucking do this shit. He can't get a fucking acting gig. I'm just telling you, it's the amount of people on this planet that either have no clue or completely know that it's a rigged game. I would say the people that have no clue are the majority of people on this planet. I would say at least 60 to 70% of the people on this planet. I just talked to a guy right now one of the truckers, he goes, I go, we were talking about some shit, Obama, and I said, shut it down. He goes, yeah, fuck yeah, these people don't deserve any of my money. And I was talking, they've been getting money to the military and industrial complex since 9/11, 2001, 9/11, on an average of about $680 billion per year. Like clockwork, military industrial complex. The people that actually go into the trenches haven't got shit. Most of those people still use food stamps. Most of those people still use SNAP. Most of those people still are scraping. Just because you're in the military, it takes a while before you could actually start getting the pay grades that you need. If you're going to go fight for this country, risk your life for this country against enemies we've created or people that just fucking hate us, then you should fucking be paid for it. A lot. Cops, first responders, they need to be paid. These are the people that save our lives, that keep us safe. They need pay. Not to be assholes, but to protect the people, not the government, which is what we've seen lately. They come out and they protect government officials all the time. If a government official can't walk through his town, his community, right, his county or his state without armed guards, then he is a piece of shit. Right? I remember back in the day, let me give you an example. So the biggest display of bullshit that ever happened, which is this guy knew how good he was at his sales pitches. Now remember, Bill Clinton was a good sales pitch. He fucking sold people on NAFTA, which was the hugest mistake. The National Fair Trade Agreement, something like that. Look it up, it's shit. That's why Detroit lost all. That's why Detroit City is gone. Right. Anyway, that's why we don't make shit here in the United States anymore. That's the truth. Look it up. So Obama gets out of his car, his limo, when he is announced the winner of the inauguration. He's on his way to the inauguration. His family, his fake kids, and his man wife get out of the car. No, she is. It is. This is it. There's not one provable picture. And there's a guy has 100. There's several millionaires out there that are saying, I will pay somebody 100,000, 10,000 if you can provide a verifiable picture, meaning that it isn't doctored, it isn't photoshopped, et cetera, of Michelle Obama being pregnant. Now, most women that I've ever known, from whatever country they're from, mostly in the United States, if you were pregnant, did you ever take a picture of yourself pregnant of a baby that you knew you were going to have and wanted to have? That's the key, because I know there's a lot of women out there, which I understand they were raped or something, and I think they shouldn't have their abortion rights taken away from that. Right? I get that. I mean, the policy of Trump is just, he's like 15 weeks. I mean, how much longer do you need anyway to make a decision if you want to have a kid or not? Right? I think that's enough time. But let's go back to him walking around. He was so confident that he sold everybody so well. His ego is so out of proportion, so blown. And he goes, I know I can get out of here. Not a fucking thing is going to happen. These people want me to go out because I sold them down the fucking river. And he did. They all got out. They all marched down the fucking street. You guys said people were roaring and cheering. Right? That's how bad he fucking had everybody. Wait, that's how good he had everybody. He got everybody fucking fooled like motherfucker. Hey, Cheryl. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be on that long, but anyway, because I love having you here. And everybody, by the way. Shut it all down. Shut it down. I don't want, we'll find a way to get fresh, un-GMO'd fucking fruits, vegetables, meat, poultry, and fish or whatever to our stores, to my curb. We'll find a way. We don't fucking need you. This state will still operate. We'll still do what we need to do, right? We'll open communications up with direct farmers that aren't using Bayer or Monsanto in their fucking products like they are with everything we fucking eat. It's the government, the CDC, the fucking USDA, the fucking FDA, the NIH, Homeland Security, FBI, everything. We fucking don't need these fucking people. We definitely don't need the IRS. We'll figure it out. Right? We can keep our fucking power grids open. Right? We'll pay for these people. We'll get a pool together and pay their salaries directly. We'll all pitch in. If you're working at the electric or the water plant or whatever, we'll pay for you. We'll take care of it. Instead of the CEO that's getting fucking fire that fucker and I'll pay you more money. Whoever's working as the CEO of whatever fucking electric or water or power or gas company. Right? Get rid of him. We'll pay you directly to do your job. And we'll let the supervisors get paid. The managers take a big pay cut. The CEOs, fuck them. Anything CEO is the reason why it's all fucked up, because the income inequality here in the United States is like 450 to 1. Income inequality. Shut it all fucking down. Other countries are an average of about 20 to 1. Across the world. It's like 25. Well, okay, let's give them 30. If you average all the other countries and the ratio of income inequality, how much they're getting paid compared to how the giant average man in the streets is getting paid, all the other countries are about 30 to 1. The United States is 450 to 1. Imagine that money, this Walmart money, going to the workers, to the truck drivers, to the producers. No more middlemen. Right? Money going straight to the fucking doctors, to the dentists. Get paid cash. Like it used to be. Cash. Shut it down. Shut this fucked up system down. If the fucking Republicans had any fucking wherewithal, courage, strength, anything, they would just let it fucking shut down. We'll take care of our people. I'll take care of. You don't think everybody in the community is going to pitch in to make sure that our police are taken care of? You don't think everybody in our community is going to pitch in to make sure that fucking our firefighters are taken care of? You don't think everybody in our community is going to make sure our paramedics are taken care of? Of course they are. They're going to make sure truckers are taken care of. They're going to make sure farmers are taken care of. Cattle operators, they're going to make sure everybody's taken care of. I don't want it going through the government. Do you think people in the cattle business want you to be sick on the food they give you? Fuck no. Do you think they want to see mRNA fucking crap in their meat? Fuck no. Do you think they want to see vaccines in their meat? Fuck no. Let's pay them to fucking put Bill Gates in jail. Let's just do it statewide. If Bill Gates comes into Missouri, he's now wanted as a wanted man. Anthony Fauci, a wanted man. We're putting him in prison. That's what'll happen. You go safe harbor yourself on your Corona, what's going to be your Del Mar, $41 million ranch home on sea level. That's 20 yards from the sea. At sea level, 20 yards from the sea. That's where Bill Gates has a $41 million ranch style fucking piece of property, land, house, home. And I'm trying to get the name of whatever they call it. But it's right on the beach, 20 to 30 yards from the ocean at sea level. The guy that talks about climate change and the ocean's rising. He did this in fucking 2021. He bought that in 2021. Yeah, go stay there, bro. We need to take this country back, and I think the best way to do is to shut it down. Right? And if those states that are going to go blue, they're not going to make it. Because they suck on the tit of the fucking government's federal bullshit. They're fucked. A lot of red states too are pretty codependent. But shut it all fucking down. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. I don't want this fucking woke bullshit. I don't want fucking teachers teaching about fucking dildos and anal fucking penetration in freaking elementary school. Those people need to be incarcerated. That's fucking child abuse. And that's okay? According to the Democrats, that's okay? What the fuck? Fucking shut it down. This is nuts. No, shut it down. Get everybody to say it. Get everybody to do it. We don't fucking want it. If you continue to allow the Biden administration and these Democrats, these corrupt motherfuckers and the rhinos to fucking keep pulling this country further and further down the fucking toilet hole, then you're going to leave it open. You're going to compromise. But if you shut it down, you're making a statement. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking fucks. And the fucking World Economic Forum fucking wagon you pulled up on. Shut it fucking down.